Yes, thank you. So can you explain the title?
My title for this study is an investigation into student interest in implementing VR-based laboratories at KU. The main objective.
VR-based laboratories. What does this mean? VR-based laboratories.
Basically, everything that needs to be done physically to do experiments in any field, like engineering or science, such as physics labs and chemical.
So when you say VR-based, what do you mean by this?
I mean by this, instead of going to the lab physically and spend enormous money to buy and maintain these equipments, we can use VR-based laboratories to cut costs and increase the efficiency of students' learning. To do this, we need to do a questionnaire to see students' interest in this kind of
Are these VR-based laboratories, are they available here at the university?
No, they aren't available, which we need to do as a questionnaire first to see the students' interest. Because if we implement a new technology without seeing the one who will be affected by this kind of technologies, it will create a crack between the administration and the students. So we need to involve.
How are these different from the laboratories that we have now, the labs that we have now at the university?
The main differences lies in the maintenance cost and the safety risks. In these labs, the costs are enormous. I find sometimes huge equipment can cost up to 100K per one. And to scale it to the whole university, that will take an enormous amount of money. So instead of buying these equipments and maintaining them, which will cost another fortune to do, so we can use a virtual reality to elevate the cost for the university to invest it in other sections.
It can be used through virtual reality?
Yes, we can use it. The virtual reality actually has.
So VR means virtual reality. No,
Yes.
I got it. Virtual reality based laboratories. So they don't have to be here. Students can use them online.
Online, and even in class with an instructor. To guide them.
And they can be a very good alternatives for real labs. I mean, what students have to do, learning by doing. When you see things, when you touch them, this is learning. So
this is learning, right? But the way the university implementing the physical labs can be a bit, you can say, hard approach. We can't expect students to sit in a hard chair for like 3 hours to do some basic tasks like calculating the gravity, to calculate simple.
Saves the students time.
Saves the students time. Saves universities' investment to put it in other sectors, and first and foremost to save the instructors' time and management to.
And it's also good for crises like during Corona or this.
Yes, that's basically.
During Corona, students used to have online teaching, but they have to go for labs. As far as I know, my daughter used to be in a university studying physiotherapy. They said, okay, you can study at home, but when there is a lab, you have to go.
Yes, that will be another reason to implement these virtual reality-based labs.
I'm telling you, so this can be a very good alternative during crises like wars or lab or heavy rain, or so you can be at home and join these.
It can be a bulletproof to this kind of external impacts.
Okay. What are the questions of your study?
My main objectives, or RQs, another term for this studies, are what is the level of interest that KU have of adopting VR-based laboratories at their courses.
What is the level? Is how much interested are KAU students?
in the idea of adopting
And the
VR-based
idea
laboratories.
of
in their courses.
adopting VR-based laboratories. Okay, this is one. Second,
The second one is what key challenges or concerns does KU
Do
students
phase.
perceive regarding the use of VR-based
What are
laboratories?
the challenges? Do they need a sort of training before they start this?
Or like if there was a technical issue, for example, internet disconnection or something like that.
I mean, do they need training or anybody can just join?
No, they can't go straight away. There are multiple disadvantages to this idea actually. One of them is motion sickness. For some people, they can't get into VR like a normal reality. It can be a little bit disadvantage to them at the beginning, but with training or more use to VR, they can get accustomed to the use of the disconnect from reality. The third objectives.
The third RQ.
What are the most interesting labs of VR-based laboratories from the perspective of KU students to implement?
Interesting labs, so they have different labs.
Yes, there are
different
chemical
VR.
labs, there are physics lab, I think biology labs too.
So it is not a matter of interest. They have to go.
They have to go, but some labs can't be done like truly in VR as of right now. Maybe
Some
in the
labs
future.
you have to attend physically.
Yes.
Like what? Which courses?
It can be I don't know about the advanced levels of chemical engineering or something like that, but I think the reactions in some chemical labs can be a little bit too hard to stimulate in VR. And
maybe
even
you put this under what are the challenges that face VR-based laboratories adoption? What are the challenges?
yes,
So you said that this is question number 2. Usually question number 3 is about solutions, how to solve the problem.
I typed my third objective to.
For example, how can the university promote
Yes,
using VR-based
it's kind of
laboratories?
promoting if you think about it.
So make it clear, make the question clear, so that when you build your questionnaire, it's clear to you. You just take items from the question. It should be very clear. Usually the how question is a solution to the problem.
This is the way to implement it. What kind of labs can we implement it based on the
So
students'
this is a
perspectives?
defect in your research that some labs are not good for VR.
Based on students, all my study are based on students' perspectives, so we can have them put into some work to the university.
I disagree with you. It is not about students' interest. It is about which courses or which labs can be used through virtual reality and which can't. It is out of students' choice.
We can.
It is not about interest. I'm interested, I'm not interested. It's not like this. So this can be done through virtual reality. This cannot be done through virtual reality.
I hear you, but we can collect the perspectives of students. Then after that, we can judge which perspective is good, which
You
perspective is
mean
not.
the students can decide if this lab is good or not, or the nature of the course can decide?
The students will feel the course, so they are the first-handed persons.
Now, if you say if there is a virtual reality lab for electrical engineering, for example,
For example,
or for chemical engineering, let's say, which is more vulnerable, your opinion decides if you can use it or not. Your opinion or the nature of the lab.
both can be put into
I
equation.
don't think your interest has to do with this.
If the students,
If the students say I'm not interested, that's it. We say he's not interested. Don't
no,
go.
it's not like that. We can put a pool of choices to the students. After all, they will be the one to study.
I agree with you. But when the doctor says it is a must that you go to this lab,
That's I can't
and then students have
disagree.
nothing to do with this.
I can't compete with the experience of an instructor.
You mean you are going to collect students' preferences?
Preferences, yes.
Yes, preferences. They prefer this or they don't prefer this. They are given a choice, see, whether to attend physically or to use virtual reality.
Yes, that's
now, if
also
they agree on this, you can go ahead.
so preferences for the third
Preferences.
object.
What are the students' preferences as a third question? And how can teachers cope with these preferences? How can teachers or the university management cope with students' preferences of using virtual-based laboratories?
So based on your recommendation, we can broaden the sample size to include to include instructors other than the students.
Yes, because they have something to say here, instructors, because they are the ones who are going to decide. Surveying students' opinion is not enough, I think.
Yes.
The doctor's final decision is very important here. If he says that it is a must that you go, then it is a must.
It's a must, yes.
Because virtual reality is not enough.
For now,
You
yes.
see, now for learners, as for me as a language specialist, learning by doing is a very important principle in teaching and learning.
Which
Learning
VR
by
can-
doing, students have to touch. You see, wherever you include the five senses, the teaching and learning process is perfect.
I heard
For
about
kids,
that
for
saying.
kids, for example. Now, if you I want to teach students the word lemon. If I say lemon alone, lemon, lemon, they forget it after half an hour. But if I have a lemon, students can touch the lemon, and I squeeze a drop of lemon in their mouth, so they know the lemon is sour. I included the five senses, they will never forget what is lemon. See? So learning by doing is against virtual reality, but again, in times of crises, this might be a very good alternative. And you said that you have special interest. Why? Can you explain it again?
My special interest stems from the fantasies of immersive VR. And how can we implement it in real life solutions? Via
What
immersive
does mean personal interest? Why did you choose the topic? Not this gentleman, not this gentleman. Why you personally? You see, for example, one of my students is doing a research about bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder. I asked him why. He said, because my mom is like this. So I see this day and night in front of me. This is personal interest. He wants to know how to deal with it. There is a need, a real need for this. So what is your personal interest of this topic?
my personal
As
interest.
Khalid Alghamdi.
My personal interest is VR as a whole, and how can I use this VR in a beneficial way or in a very immersive
And
way.
how can he? And how can he?
Can
Why
I-
you in particular chose this topic?
Labs are the way we perceive reality with equations and first-hand experiments. And VR can be really similar to that. We can first-hand experience things. So in this sense, we can experiment with things.
Mhm.
So instead of going,
All what you say now applies to everybody.
what?
Applies to everybody, right? What you're saying now applies to all students. Right or wrong?
I think
It's applied to all students. All students, they say the same thing. But maybe if you want to make it a special interest to you, you say in times of corona, in times of heavy rain, I want to attend the lab, but I can't because it is difficult to drive in such horrible situations. So I want to come to the lab, and at the same time I can't. I want to attend the lab. So this is of personal interest to me. I don't want to lose the lab, but I can't come. So virtual reality is a good choice for me.
That will be an authentic experience for me actually. I like to come to the lab, but if there's no lab, I can't complain. Or
You see, there is an alternative. The other choice is there.
yes,
So, but you like all of us, me as I don't want to say traditional person, but the old generation. I like to see things personally. I don't believe in online shopping. For me, as Dr. Salama Mahmoud, I don't believe in online shopping. So unless I see the thing from all dimensions, is it good? There is a problem here, then I buy it. You see,
yes.
online shopping, sometimes you see it, there is a hole, it doesn't fit, it's the wrong size, and you have to refer it back again, and it's a problem. So if you are asked about special interest, you have to make it personal.
My personal interest in these kind of things, is experiments. Experiments in VR.
Mm-hmm.
I like to experiment with VR.
I like to experiment in VR.
And
does this apply to all things? VR, for example, you can attend.
not really.
Let's say you want to have a driving license.
That will be beneficial.
Sometimes you
it's
go
not really
but it can be done through VR
yes.
training center.
VR is a very broad topic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You read about this?
Yes, very much indeed.
Tell me something about this.
In this, the VR is an exciting possibility, but the practical implementation of VR can be stalled due to lack of the ones who will be affected by these technologies, which in this case are students. So this one study was researched by Fogler, Bell and Fogler, with its name being the application of virtual reality to chemical engineering.
What did they say?
The education, huh?
What did they say about VR?
They say traditional physical labs can be constrained with costs.
You can read, no problem. With background information, you can read, no problem. If you want to read, you don't have to memorize background information. So read.
Thank you. Bell and Fogler conducted a research in how can traditional
Which year?
how are
The year is mentioned.
yes mentioned
Which year?
2004.
Okay.
How can physical traditional laboratories can be very much constrained by high cost maintenance demands and safety risks.
Mm-hmm.
The study name is application of virtual reality to chemical engineering education.
Good. Another reference.
My second reference is how can specific barriers and concerns that KU students harbor, be it like motion sickness and the like, to affect the virtual reality experience for students. The name of the researchers are Marita, Tinera, Rivero, and Tan Mullins. The name is a study of the virtual reality cyber sickness impacts and improvement strategy towards the overall undergraduate students' virtual learning experience in the journal Interactive Technology and Smart Education.
Okay. And what is your data collection tool?
My data collection will be primary questionnaire, but I can do like a simple interview with some of the instructors based on your guidance and recommendation to improve the quality of the research. My main sample will be KU students and instructors, male, based on the range of 18 and 24 for the students, and not not an age range for the instructors.
Mhm.
They will, of course, be resides.
Why didn't
Jeddah?
you extend the age up to 40 for postgraduate students, MA students, PhD students? It's not
I will
only
be I will be real. The implementation of VR in the first phase, as I see it, will be enrolled in the lower level of education in this university, which will be the baccalaureate.
How do you know this?
We can't risk the implementation of a new technology without assessing its risks in practical situation. To a higher level of education, such as PhD students.
I mean, MA students and PhD students are usually busy because they have other jobs, so they cannot go and attend personally.
And they can't experiment
So
with
they
things.
need it more, maybe. So
But in the first phase, it will not be implemented. It's 100% will not be implemented into master students and PhD students. It's the baccalaureate students who will be experimented with.
the bachelor.
The bachelor students will be the one to experiment it first, and then after seeing good results
Okay.
based on the observations, we can move on to a higher
Okay.
level of education.
Thank you, Mr. Khalid. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Next. Who is next?